Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the winners of 10 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
And more yards after contact. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the shotgun, the inside give. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him one to the 14. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw for it. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking down the middle. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work with it.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of...
He's got it on the left. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spin it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he's got it! Touchdown, Clemson!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, man.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Quarterback will audible. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. He smashes his way through again. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clemson is quick to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. New set of downs after that completion.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Off the RPO, complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Already proven reliable. Once he'll try a second field goal, this one a 37-yarder. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no... He goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
Staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Quick strike complete. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Whitaker. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Clemson, 13, Miami.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Makes the diving grab along the right sideline. Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there?
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw it again. He's open on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Unleashes to the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
Second down.
Brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Wants to fire on second down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Clemson jumps to the line. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, and I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. They're trying to slam it in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Smashes it between the uprights. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
16, Miami, 7.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He's going to pass on second down. Throwing right. Makes a connection. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and goal.
42 Spider. Ready.
They want to throw it. Got his man in the middle. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, but there is a flag in the holding zone. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. They're trailing by just 2 to Jacksonville State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Canes decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Hope. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just
flying down the left side. He's at the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Using his feet. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Buys a little extra time. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, but now you got another chance, 1st and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold them to a field goal.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run, and you know at this area.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it together.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He's going to pass. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or
a big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And he's got it inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Trying play action. Snagged on the outside. It's Monroe. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down and run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Canes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on second down. Here's the handoff. And the runner is down, and so is the flag.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. The DBs will back off a bit. He wants to pass it on second down. Fires to the middle. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. And it just keeps moving. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
Well, you got to give the defense credit because they never quit on the play. He had already made a few guys miss, but they kept bringing hats to the football, trusting that if they got there, maybe they'd be able to knock it out. They did, and they come away with a huge takeaway.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. looked around the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Here on third down. Looking to throw. And they can't make the connection on third down.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And he makes the catch at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cade!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Now on second down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. It's a draw. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Shoots it to the left. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's one of the only ways you can get back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ballgame to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Unloads quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Hurricane! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Going to the running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
He's looking for a man on second down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Bunch formation for these receivers. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. This offense has a second down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. On the move. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
And this defense knew coming into the game with this quarterback's speed, David, they were going to have to be ready for him to tuck the ball and take off running.
But it doesn't matter. You know it, but he's so fast. You don't know about the angles, and you can't tell how fast till you get in the game. And he just takes off and makes big plays with his feet.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback keeper. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6 and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Now on the move. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And here's the deal. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I've had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. He's looking to pass. Extending the play. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hope. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Time is not on their side. Down 6 late. 4th down looming. They'll have to get this to stay in it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. 1st down here for the offense. And they'll take a knee. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get